What's been very fascinating to me about the Adelson case is Wendy Adelson. She is still out there. She's free. She's never been charged with anything. And I do genuinely wonder how much she knew. Or if it was, I have a feeling my family may be capable of this. I don't genuinely know any plans, but I know who my family is. Let's take a look at some of her testimony when talking about the control of her mother.
Okay, so I just want to do a quick little video to Hidden Killers with Tony Bruschi. This little video makes me think that neither of you maybe have been following the Markel case very closely, because there's a lot of things that you say that I really worry about you becoming victims of a psychopathic, murderous person. But I think you're both married, so that's good. You know, don't fall victim to a woman like this. She is a true sociopath and likely psychopath, in my opinion. I am not a doctor, however, but to do what she did and to continue to play dumb, I don't know how else to approach a person like that. So yes, Wendy Adelson definitely knew. If you've been following the case, you would know that she's quite the little actress, and she doesn't have normal human emotions, and she plays little naive, blue-eyed, beautiful blue-eyed Wendy. I'm so naive. I had no idea that they were going to do this to the father of my children. Ah, how dare they? She was definitely at the helm. But she, none of the Adelsons are dumb by any stretch, but the narcissism gets them caught because they don't think that they're going to get into any trouble. However, Wendy was a little bit more intelligent in that regard, because she probably had a lot of practice, because she pretended to be a normal person when she was married to Dan and dating Dan, and she had practice acting and covering her tracks, and God knows what she was up to. She definitely covered her butt, and I mean, she literally just sacrificed her entire life, her entire family. I mean, I feel so horrible for those boys. And I can't say the most tragic thing, because this entire case is so tragic, but one of the most tragic things is that Ruth and Phil Markel would be willing to take those boys in a heartbeat. But Wendy's kept them away from them their whole lives. They get little visits from what I can gather. I don't know them personally, but, I follow Surviving the Survivor, who has gotten very close with them. So it's really sad, because they've been prevented from having relationships with the people that were part of their father's lives. They've been stripped of his name. They've been stripped of anything that has to do with him or his family. I hear they're very intelligent boys, so I would have to assume that they're figuring this out, and I wonder. I mean, the one really good thing Wendy has done, as far as I can tell, is protected those boys, but from the public, But in doing so, I mean, I just don't know how sheltered they are. I feel like they're probably extremely sheltered, and they think that their mother is a normal person, and that's been their role model really their entire lives. Their dad was taken away from them so young. But But the other thing I wanted to mention about you guys wondering why Wendy hasn't been arrested yet, and this is another thing, if you've been following it closely, I think you'd know this, but Georgia Cappleman is a bomb.com. I mean, I really want Lally to take notes from her, especially from her period, in the way that she tries these cases, but her closing for Charlie's trial was amazing. And Lally, if by any chance you hear this, which I doubt you will, because I don't think you pay attention to any social media stuff, but if anybody knows Lally that can send him this or give him this tip, here's my tip. Please watch Georgia Cappleman own that courtroom. She has plucked each and every bad actor in this disgusting tragedy of monumental proportions. But she picks them off one by one by one. And I think that she maybe is going to enjoy this a little bit, because she knows that Wendy knows she's bringing the hammer down on her next. And she knows how stressful that must be. Now, I don't know. I've heard people, think maybe she'll leave the country and go to Vietnam, because I think the Adelsons still own, I don't know if they bought a property there or something, but I don't know. But the thought is Mexico, which is why she's living right on the border, basically. She up and moved down to Texas, and apparently very close to Mexico. I mean, that's silly. But I don't know. I mean, I think, like, what I was going to say is I don't know. I heard somebody say that they thought maybe that she would run and leave the boys with somebody, but who would she leave them with? She doesn't have any family, unless she left them with Harvey, but I don't think that, I mean, Harvey is getting old, and I mean, I don't know. Really, it would probably more be the boys taking care of him at this point. It might be good for all of them. I think Harvey definitely knew what was going on, but I don't think he's going to get charged. And honestly, I think that that's fine, because I don't think that he was like, yeah, let's do that. I think that he was married to a sociopath, and she ran the show, and he didn't really have much say in it. He just went along with the program kind of guy, which I totally get it. I don't think that he was real on board with this, but I think he's the one that I don't think that they will go after. But I definitely think Wendy's next. And I know you guys say, well, they haven't arrested her yet because they don't have enough evidence. Well, you just wait. You know how much... Just watch. I don't know how much of this you guys have watched, but just watch Georgia own that courtroom. She is so meticulous, and she draws that line from A to B to C to D all the way down to Z, and she is gonna get them all. And Wendy, you are not escaping. So I do hope that the boys will give Ruth and Phil a chance to get to know them. I mean, it just worries me too, because I just think, like, that's, their mom has been the one major role model that has been consistent in their life, their entire lives. So again, I just don't know how much damage has been done to their psyche. I really hope that they can heal from this, because, I mean, I hope that they can see the truth and accept the truth and heal. It's so, I can't imagine what those boys have gone through and what they don't even know. I mean, I'm sure they don't know what kind of incredible people their dad was, and his mom and dad and siblings, and all of the extended family. Like, they've been robbed of that. It's just really sad. But you guys just wait. Watch Georgia Cappleman own this courtroom with Donna. Watch her bring in Wendy and Charlie. I don't know if she'll make Charlie get up there. Maybe she'll do it just for fun. I think there's got to be some level of enjoyment watching these people squirm. But yeah, I don't know. It's so disgusting to me, honestly, when I see guys like, I don't think Wendy knew. And I just think, like, really? You don't see what kind of person she is? And yeah, she's pretty and she's got beautiful blue eyes. But it's shocking to me how much men are willing to look past when they have a semi-attractive woman in front of them. You're telling me that you think that this woman had no idea. Her mom and Charlie throw her under the bus in their jail calls again, with the whole TV thing. The whole alibi of the TV getting repaired. I mean, it's been exposed that the TV was code for what was going to happen. That's exposed. And Wendy is the person that had the TV. So, yeah. And I'm spacing on her ex-boyfriend's name, who was a hero. That man is one of my heroes. Oh, I can't think of his name. The professor that she was dating and broke up with right before this happened, that she was going to try and pin it on. He was going to be the patsy. I mean, you have to pay attention. Again, to me, I just feel like you must be on the periphery and not really know details, because you would know how sick this was if you would kind of do the research on it. So yes, Wendy knew. Yes, they have evidence on her, and I'm sure they have more than we even know, because Cappleman usually has some little bombs that she drops very eloquently and classy like, and it's so fun to watch. So it's not amusing. It's sad, really, but I'm one of these people that is just like, when are they going to arrest that bitch? Like, seriously, Wendy needs to spend the rest of her life in prison, just like Karen Reed, because they are both awful human beings who have ruined many lives and are selfish beyond reproach. Like, I can't even quantify how selfish these women are. They have ruined so many people's lives. They have negatively affected so many people's lives. Her entire family's in fucking prison, and her poor mom and dad are never going to see each other again. None of the family members are ever going to see each other again in the free world. And she just disconnected straight away. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that, Mom. Nope. She just left him out to dry. Threw him under the bus. Well, I can't believe my family might have done it, but no, I can't. No. I mean, come on, you guys. She's very, very guilty. So I just wanted to give my 2 cents on that, and I hope y'all have a really good night. Spread love and light in the world. It's free. It's free to spread love and light and be there for humans with empathy and compassion. I love you all. Until next time. Mwah.